Okay, so it's been a while since I plugged in the Line 6 Catalyst, and instead of doing like a reviewy type thingy or whatever, I just wanted to share some tones that I have set up for it that I dig. And the way that I'm switching between two banks. So I've got the bank program command coming out of the HX stomp. This isn't doing anything aside from that. So on one bank I've got the clean, and then channel B is the clean with delay. And you're hearing it through this condenser microphone here. In the room, to me, it's sounding, more like an amp in the room than probably what you're hearing. I may blend in some camera audio, it depends on how things are sounding. But anyway, my favorite amp on this by far, I think, is the clean channel. And I'll flash up the settings on the screen. I've turned the hum off so that you don't have like that annoying, sound of a valve amp or things that sound a bit like a ground loop. But as you see, the bass is pretty high and the mids and trebles are fairly normal. And I think I'm using the chamber for the reverb. And you could switch the boost on for. But I think that's a really cool sounding clean channel. So yeah, chamber. And then when I turn on the delay, that's an Adriatic delay I've got set to 8 dotted. So I think the clean channel for me is my favourite aspect of the Catalyst, to be honest. I do think it's possibly missing a compressor. But you could mess around maybe with the sag parameters if you want a slightly more compressed feel to the amp. So anyway, that's the clean, relatively straightforward. Then if I switch to this channel, this is kind of my rhythm and my lead tone. For this I'm using the crunch, which is more of a Marshall-y type channel, I think. And again, the settings I'll show on screen, these are again somewhat extreme, like the bass about halfway, the mid's dimed, and the treble and presence dialed back so that I'm not getting because there's quite a lot of gain, I don't want too much spiky stuff. Then the boost, fairly mild, so you could turn the gain up on this even further if you wanted. That's actually the rhythm, so for the rhythm I've got the reverb and delay turned off. I think I'm using the dual delay for the delay on the lead, but also the volume gets taken down by 10%, I think, and maybe the treble comes up slightly, but for kind of chord stuff. So I find with some amps, especially this sort of thing, you want to keep things from being super spiky, especially in a room like this. Maybe you dial the treble and presence back in if you're playing live. Because we don't have an EQ, which is another kind of blind spot of the Catalyst, I guess, I can't get in and be super, surgical about dialing in certain things. So I just have to dial in something that I'm borderline happy with and just play, I guess. The sag I've dialed back on this as well, and I think I've affected the bias settings. I've experimented with them a little bit. but the sag I've dialed back all the way. Then for the lead, I'm kicking on, as I say, the dual delay as well as the reverb. And you could increase the boost if you want a bit more. So it's not perfect. If I had an EQ, I would dial back, I think, and try and make things a bit smoother in the top end for me. But those are my two favorite kind of amp channels on there. The clean I really, really like. The only kind of thing that I might change about that is to be able to add a compressor if you wanted to. And then I'm using the crunch channel. Again, I feel like you've got quite a lot of gain there, but I'll drop those into my Helix kind of lead folder if you want to check those out. Feel free to do so. You could try dialing in from that kind of starting point. Also, the cab that I like to use with all of these that I've tried for going direct is the Kali V30, and I've used so far like the Dynamic 7 microphone. You could consider also using the Ribbon 4038 if you want even more bass. I've not been showing you the direct tones here. This is just what it should sound like coming out of your amp roughly. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed that. Hopefully those are some tones that you dig. The crunch amp for me and the clean amp, I think, where I might spend most of my time with the Catalyst. Let me know if you've got any other kind of further videos you want me to make with the Catalyst. Yeah, I think certainly some super usable tones in that. As I say, I feel for me the clean channel is more where I feel like it really shines. So let me know in the comments, did you like the Catalyst? If you've got one, did you hate it? Are you considering getting one? Is there anything you don't like about it? Yeah, your favourite amps on it. Share it in the comments if you want. I'm not paid by Line 6 to make any of this stuff, so you can say what you like. Cheers.